Hello and welcome to the final part of Dead Reckoning.
Final episode!
This is it.
It's do or die.
Well, this is our mini-series of anti-heroic Dungeons and Dragons campaign here on twitch.tv/D&D. You know what? There's loads of awesome D&D content you should be watching every day of the week here on this very channel, so make sure you subscribe and follow and all of that good stuff here on Twitch. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and I welcome you to this final adventure. Joining me is Chris Trott.
Hello.
Katie Morrison.
Hello.
Tom Hazel.
Hello.
2 L's.
Yes.
Kim Richards.
She says hi.
She says
internally.
hi. We're going to try and jump into it because there's a lot to cover today. So, recap. In the last episode, you guys finished exploring the Red Wizard Enclave just outside the city of Byzantur in the Kingdom of Thay. There, you uncovered several key pieces of information. The main one being that the Enclave was attacked by another Red Wizard by the name of Callus, a predominant figure in the Byzantur kind of social hierarchy, who had seemingly gone there and has stolen a number of research notes that seemed to tie what the Red Wizards were researching into the idea of necromancy and infusing of souls with the death curse. You made your way back into the city. Along the way, the succubus known as Lilith, whose services you have employed, made an offer to both Taryn and Worthless, both of which the details were discussed in private with the rest of the party and the slave Ulrich not knowing any details about it. You made your way back into the city. There you hatched a plan to kidnap Callus's daughter, a Red Wizard woman named Velix, and to basically kidnap her and use her as some sort of ransom to lure Callus out of the Citadel to face you and to take the notes back, with a plan to try and flee away from Byzantur once all of that is completed. But before we go into all of that, Worthless, you wanted to speak with Lilith. So after she leaves to go about making preparations for luring Velix here, she actually arranged to meet with you away from the others. She actually returns in an ethereal form and materializes sort of separated from the group, where you have a moment and she looks at you. Are you ready? This won't take too long, but you will be gone from this plane for some time.
How long?
Perhaps an hour or so. It depends on your negotiations.
I'm going to walk out of the pub and just, like, go in the corner.
Okay, yeah.
It's just worthless being worthless.
Okay. And she holds her hand out. She takes it, and you feel a sudden sensation as if your whole being hurtles through a million different worlds all at once until you feel the sick stench of decay and rot and brimstone kind of fill your nose. A pallid yellow glow emanates from an enormous throne built from skulls and bones and tapped with amber crystals, of which screaming souls seem to writhe inside. As soon as you arrive, despite everything you've faced in your life, your body is washed with unearthly terror as you look up to see a form sat in this throne, larger than anything you've imagined, a titan, with a rotting ram skull atop its big, bestial, furred shoulders, dozens of wounds and spikes protruding from bleeding wounds across its body, and resting in one hand is a large, spine-like wand tipped with a skull head. And this figure with cloven hooves, its mere presence terrifies you. This is death incarnate in some form, and you have never seen power like it before. Lilith is still holding your hand, and you can see that on the very edges of your peripheral vision, shadows in the form of demons twist and writhe, and basically have the entire chamber, which seems to sit atop an almost huge ziggurat on a blasted wasteland of bones and skulls. These writhing shadows move around, and a deep voice echoes.
You are the one that this succubus has spoken. You are the worthless. I am Orcus, demon prince of the undead, the maker of the undying, the cast of souls.
Cool.
I take it you don't say that as well.
No, but even though she's frightened, would there be a little bit of Worthless who's kind of like...
I imagine so, but you've got to keep in mind that there is a supernatural terror. But she can still be a little bit worthless.
Yeah.
He kind of like
There's
looms
a little bit of
down.
him that's excited.
Yeah, he kind of looms down.
I have been told of you. I know of your past, Celestial, how you turned from the light to embrace death. This pleases Orcus. I give you a gift, an offering. Take my power, and I shall help you recover what you have lost, and I can save you from this curse that racks your body.
So I'm kind of kneeling. I'm as soon as I see him and get the wave of fear,
Just
I'm
like
gonna like
40
kneel
minutes.
down.
Yeah,
Like
Lilith kind of like gestures down onto
kind of
one
like
knee
with my
you.
head down. So he's offering to lift the death curse.
And to help you find what you have lost.
Such wondrous gifts from a mighty lord. However, I feel that these gifts probably come with a price.
You will serve me. You shall be as undying as the plagues. You shall be ever living, and you shall do as I wish. And in return I shall shower you with blessing.
What kind of services would I be?
You shall do what is required of a vessel of Orcus. You shall sow the message of death.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of appealing. Oh, because I really like Velsharoon. Yeah.
I make this offer not to any mortal. Speak, fallen Celestial.
May I speak honestly, my lord?
Speak!
The bones rattle and clatter. Yeah, his breath, as it speaks out, it's almost like a noxious plume.
I am used to being a messenger of a god. You know, I am used to this life. You know how long I have searched for the one that I have lost.
You served a false idol.
I agree.
I shall show you what Orcus can offer.
And the wand glows, and a shimmering field erupts in front of your eyes, and you see a boat on an ocean. And then it zooms in, and you see a crew, people, passengers, passing time on the boat. And it zooms in again on a golden-haired woman, maybe 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. She wears armor. She wears a thick green cape around her shoulders, but this golden hair just kind of falls around her.
This is the one you seek. This is your blood.
And as you see the face, you begin to see what Lilith showed you, this kind of description that you described, the amalgamation of yours and Zoen's features formed into a woman.
She travels across the sea. I can find her.
So upon seeing the image and realizing that it is her and not just some hoax, I'm just going to start crying and like reaching out for the image.
Just disappears.
I show you what you can have, but I do not give it to any but those who are obedient.
How do I know that this is now, that this is the present, that when I finally find her, she's alive and well?
I show you the present. You have the word of Orcus.
You know I would do anything, and I would gladly join your side, but I need to know that she is unharmed.
You see her as she is now. This is the very present, the moment on the material plane.
And when I meet her,
You shall not make demands further. I have shown you the truth. I have shown you the present.
And then a kind of form begins to coalesce, and you see that it is a sacrificial blade with kind of almost like gemstones built into hilt.
Now, if you wish my assistance. You wish my power, my blessings. Drive this into your body, and I shall give you what you seek. Freedom from this curse, and the kin you have lost.
I just need guarantees. I have come so far, and I believe in you.
You feel Lilith kind of squeeze your hand, almost in a... And then the figure rises, and the shadow falls over you like a great oak, a tree taller than you have imagined, a tower beyond your imagining. As the shadow falls over you, a cold darkness kind of suppresses you.
What promises do you ask of me? What guarantees can I provide such a wretched form? Join, and you shall have what you seek. Deny me, and an eternity of hopelessness you shall face.
I may be worthless and wretched in my form, but I burn with the rage of a mother scorned. All I ask is a guarantee that she is alive and well when I meet her. I will do anything you ask. I am so close. You can see I am so close. I will do anything, but I just need to know.
Okay, you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Natural one.
You collapse to your knees, the tears sobbing. You kind of get out this impassioned speech, and then the wave of power just overwhelms you, and you are collapsed to your knees. You just hear, this time the voice becomes deadly cold. I have shown you the present. I do not see the future. I show you what is now, what could be yours, and I offer my hand in finding and acquiring it. This is all I can show you. Take it, or I destroy you here. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna just look at him, look at Lilith. Probably know that this is going to involve me dying and becoming an undead, especially seeing Valix. I think, given what she's seen in recent days with like all the undead and the potential undead unicorn and death curse,
Yeah.
I'm going to look up.
Yeah. Dagger floats there.
I'm going to say, please, let her be safe. And then I'm going to take the dagger and stab it into myself.
Okay, so as soon as it enters you, one of the gemstones glows. You feel your flesh begin to kind of, not wither, but become gaunt and tight. You feel kind of an unholy strength kind of feel in your fingers. You feel invigorated. Some of the madness that was there kind of falls away. You become a bit more lucid as your kind of purpose becomes driven. You feel a certain the lost hit points come back. You are no longer affected by the death curse, as you are now undead. You gain resistance to necrotic damage and non-magical weapons. You are immune to poison.
Finally.
Yeah. But you also have the vulnerabilities of undead creatures, of which you don't know the full extent of that. You also now feel an unending, bounded, completely irrefusable will that you must follow whatever Orcus tells you to do. And he kind of looms down.
Good. You shall find your daughter, but first I would seek the power of the soulmonger. Find out what this callous knows. Tell me in your prayers to me what you have learned, and I shall send you to your daughter. The curse is gone.
I live to serve, and I vow.
Yes.
And Lilith is just like, my Lord Orcus, it's always a pleasure to see another join your cause.
Begone, succubus. Your job is done.
And then you reappear back in the material plane.
Do I look any different?
Yes. You look a bit like Tombs, like not as bad, but that kind of sunken, gaunt skin. Your eyes are almost very cataract. The hair is kind of much more crispy and sort of like old. Again, that withered, necrotic kind of flesh, and you're cold. You don't have any semblance of life. If someone wanted to touch you, you have no heartbeat. All of that kind of stuff. You are undead, effectively.
So kind of just like me right now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I'm dead inside.
Okay, so the rest of you...
You're right there.
Oh, what?
the rest of you...
What an intro.
It's several hours before Lilith returns to bring the daughter to the arranged bathhouse meeting point. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm just watching Ulrich make his armor. And do we see Worthless?
Worthless returns later, or what would you do?
Yeah, I'd probably wander back in, just kind of... no. Are we near Valix?
Yeah, you're at the Black Embrace, I believe. So yeah. You're
I'll
literally
probably
right
just
across.
go and catch up with her.
Okay.
And just, like...
So yeah, you don't see her.
But I'll join like in time for us to go.
Well, she's got a certain order that she has to follow.
Oh, yeah.
So
Could I...
Soot is.
Yes. When I do use my telepathic bond with him...
Yes, master.
I want to basically see through his eyes and see how I actually look while I'm doing this.
You go kind of, your eyes go closed and you just kind of fall like breathing, but you're still sat down and you're like seeing through his eyes.
That's fine. I just wanted to see if it was incredibly like, something like, I don't know, I start humming or something like that,
No, you're just kind of like sat there, eyes closed.
Okay.
Like this.
Sweet.
Are you well?
Yes. So
Do you require anything of Soot?
I will need you later, definitely.
Okay.
My trusted ally.
Shall I stay in the pocket?
Absolutely, if you enjoy it there, of course.
I like it. It is safe.
Then you may stay there as long as you wish.
He makes his little happy noise.
Toad.
Yeah, Scritchy, he's just like, and makes a little happy noise. The appropriate time arrives. So, Taryn, you are out in an alleyway at the back of this bathhouse with a wagon. Yes?
Yes.
And you have Ulrich positioned sort of like through, because the back door kind of leads into like, almost like the slaves' quarter kind of area where they prepare like towels and like, oils and things like that. He makes his way in. Nobody really seems to bat an eyelid at him being there in his slave clothing.
To kind of blend in. Okay. Maybe hold a towel.
Yeah, so he like picks up some towels and carries them into a corridor and just stands there like
just be
he's
an
holding
eye
towels.
of somebody further in the bath.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on things.
Lilith, the rest of you, how do you want to proceed? You know that Lilith is going to be bringing the Velix into the bath. But obviously, how do you want to proceed?
Is there just one main entrance to
There is one main entrance and then the slaves' entrance in the back.
Yeah.
When the main entrance, there is a couple of royal, very noble-looking Thayans that kind of bow to you. Generally, the services there cost gold for foreigners, such as yourselves. It's about 20 gold, but that's for a spa kind of thing. Like you get oils, you can use the baths, you can have massages. You do have to deposit any equipment and clothing in certain rooms. You are not allowed to take them within to the actual baths themselves. So how do you want to proceed?
Let's see.
Do my fans look innocent enough when they're not out to...
You could probably get away with one. Two would be suspicious. One, you could just be like, oh, it's so steamy, oh, warm. Like, you can probably get away with one. But your clothing, your robe, stuff like that would all have to be deposited somewhere.
I would like to take my cane with me.
So, like, try and pretend that you need it?
With, almost like a hobbled step sort of thing, and I need it to walk, essentially.
Okay, but otherwise you strip down. I mean, obviously you keep undergarments and things like that on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Little loincloth, whatever Tolshank wears.
But I won't have Soot
wrappings
either,
for Malice, probably. Huh?
I'd tell Soot to hide away somewhere.
Yeah, Soot actually tells you he's pretty good at hiding. Like, he can climb up and he can hide in, like, dark places and stuff like that.
Cool.
So he's pretty good at climbing, so...
Nice.
Cocked. Yeah, he's pretty good. He kind of, like... And he disappears.
Amazing.
He just vanishes up into like the stonework and the shadows.
Cool. All right.
And he kind of perches in a little corner, like a little gargoyle, and he can just hook himself in place, and then he just stays there, almost like a little security cam that you can be like,
Oh, I can tune into it at any
Yeah,
point.
Rainbow Six, you can just like switch to your
In that case, so
Soot cam.
where is he hiding? Is it by the entrance?
by the entrance. Yeah,
So you can see outside.
yeah. He can see the main entrance leading in, so he can tell you when Lilith and Velix arrive.
What is the range of his telepathic link?
You have to be on the same plane of existence.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. Worthless.
There's
What would
latency
you like to do?
Do undead like that?
Oh, hold on.
I mean, you're gonna look a bit weird. You're gonna look very skinny, very sort of like gaunt. You could probably pass.
Yeah, that death curse really did a number on me.
Yeah.
Woo! Death curse, eh? Am I
Yeah.
right? Am I right?
Did you actually slap me then?
No.
Okay, cool.
Also, don't forget you would have regained 4 HPs
Yeah.
that you would have lost.
88, 89, 90, 91, 92. Okay. Sweet.
I feel like if I saw how
Sure. Sweet.
gaunt and like withered she may be, I would honestly just assume either death curse or just worthless.
Just worthless.
Old people
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. So yeah, do you re-enter like the same way and
Can
stuff?
I like loiter in some back rooms or something with
You can
Ulrich?
loiter where Ulrich is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna loiter at Ulrich.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like the servants obviously find you disconcerting, but nobody really is around that area. So you're loitering at the back, pretty much near Taryn and Ulrich. The two of you are the only ones inside the bath.
Do I see her?
Who?
Worthless.
Yeah, probably. No, you don't.
Don't take my soul.
You don't have one
I was just
anymore,
looking.
probably.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, would I?
Nope, that's Orcus's property now.
That's
No,
why
no,
you're
I'm like,
not
would I
dying.
know what Taryn's up to?
Oh no.
But I don't have a soul, so if he does try anything,
You don't know. You don't know what Taryn's
You
up
have
to.
no idea about that.
I know
you-
something's up because I saw you whispering to Lilith.
Yeah, we have all
we
seen
know
them
of a
whispering.
deal between
You know of the
Lilith
deal
and Taryn.
between
Yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah.
But you
Yeah,
don't. You've
there's-
not seen them whispering
Yeah, there's
because
a
he rode
child.
off on his horse on his own.
Yeah, but I just
I
know
know
something's up.
that
'cause,
she
like-
wants
Yeah, but-
incredibly powerful.
Bit metagamey, but
Well, no,
sure.
'cause I
You
was
can.
trying to talk
I will
to
let you
her.
have some
Seen-
base suspicions, but you know no
I got
details.
cock blocked by him when I was trying to talk to her. I was
We've
like,
now seen. I've seen her talking to Worthless alone
Yeah.
and Taryn alone.
Yeah.
And probably me alone.
And Tom.
And
He did talk to
probably
Tolshank
Paul.
alone.
So
thing is, I know
I'm
that
extremely
she
suspicious
wants.
of everything.
Yeah. I think out of everybody, you have the most reason to be suspicious.
because she's talked to every
Everybody
single
but
person
you.
except me.
Exactly. Everybody else,
I know
Although
that.
I know that I know a little bit of a greater detail into the son that
you
she
do.
wants.
Yes. Yes. You
I
do.
don't think, to be honest, that Worthless cares.
Yeah. So, right. So, Lilith and Velix arrive. Are you actually monitoring through soot? Are you kind of like sat in like a big sort of like chair being fanned by slaves?
Well, I am doing that, and yeah, I'll rest my eyes. And
Rest
by
your eyes
rest
and
my
then
eyes, I mean
See
yeah.
through soots.
Yeah.
So you're monitoring it and you watch them enter through the main entrance. They go off into
Black
the
and
changing
white.
rooms.
Always.
You can see that the man accompanying Velix, who you have seen before, is very sort of like, he has like her arm around the waist. They're chatting quite comfortably. They go off into the side. They split up. They return sort of like towels, and then they make their way into the baths themselves. Inside the baths, pretty much everybody is pretty much naked. They take off the towels. They get into the water, and you basically see Lilith, who is in the disguise of this male Thayan, you assume, leads them into the bath, and they begin sitting down and quietly conversing. And she basically has her back. She positions Velix away from the two of you that she can see, and is just chatting and keeping her attention. She occasionally, you can see Lilith putting her arm and trying to like put her hand on a necklace around the Thayan's throat. But every time they do, the Thayan either changes the conversation, she has to like move her arm, or she can't quite seem to get her hand around it.
So, how many people outside of me, Malice, Lilith, and Velix
Are in the bath?
in the bath? Yeah.
6.
6 others.
6 other Thayans. And numerous slaves. But they don't count, they're not
slaves.
people.
Wow.
Just role-playing the Thayans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was Tolkien speaking.
where's Worthless? She's
Out the back, you've not
So
seen
we don't
her.
see her.
You've not seen her.
And,
Skulking
We don't
around
see
in some shadows.
and Taryn is also
In the wagon,
in the way.
Out the back.
ready for the great getaway.
So it's
Are
the
you
two of
re- are you jumping in though?
If there's a problem. But I'm loud and clanky.
Same,
Okay.
I'm just kind of listening.
Okay, the squishy ones. we'll be fine.
At least one of you is a rogue. Like, if anybody's going to be doing surprise attacks, it should probably be Tholshank.
True.
Got Lilith with
to be
you.
honest.
Yeah, Lilith's there as well.
Can Lilith... I don't suppose I can start a conversation with her telepathically. She has to start it with me.
Lilith.
Yes, she can. In fact, she probably would say, I'm in position, ready when you are.
Could I...
Can you talk back to her when she does that? Yeah.
When she messages you, you can send a message back.
Could I tell her that I can, when needed to, blind/deafen Velix?
She replies, if she looks like she's casting a spell, I would recommend that. It will help disrupt her spell.
Well, I was thinking we could start the...
If you could get if she could get the necklace off.
Yes, if you want to try.
So, and I'll sort of nudge Malice.
You two can converse without really drawing attention. Imagine like a big, open, steamy room with a large central pool, and then chairs and ferns all around the outside where there are slaves with like large fans, basically. There is a heavy scent of oils and perfume, but the whole room is very cloudy and misty with steam.
I can begin this entire thing with some blind. I can blind Velix.
Bear in mind that she is powerful, so
She's
she
very
may
powerful.
be very resistant to whatever you try.
Though, will she expect
She
an attack?
may be more surprised if you attack.
As they said, there is a rule in Fae that no one attacks in the baths.
Yes. But I feel like regardless, something is going to happen. We have to attack in some way to get her out. Oh my god.
Well,
It is difficult to keep up conversation to avoid being detected. If you're going to do something quickly.
if something goes south, we need to be prepared to deal with the 6 others.
Well, we have people outside who can help. If things go really wrong, they will spot it.
Can't go outside. Taran is picking his nails with grief.
You cut them, ow. Slices your hand, it's extremely
scream.
straight.
Little scream.
I'm kind of tapping my nails, like on my spear shaft, just like, bored.
Malice, are you ready?
You have the upper hand when it comes to attacking.
Need to
I will
remember
follow
something in 24
whatever you
hours.
need to do.
I would like to cast
Yes.
blind/deafen.
What kind of save do I make, Tholshank?
You have to make a con save,
Oh. Yes.
and you're either blind or deaf. I'm choosing blind.
And what's my DC?
Your DC is, I believe, I attack with my intelligence
What's your intelligence modifier?
+0,
What's your proficiency modifier?
+3.
Okay, so it's a DC 11.
Does she have I need to ask, does she have a disadvantage?
No.
No,
Why would she?
because it's coming out of nowhere.
That would be relevant if it was like a dex, like she had to dodge or anything like this. This is almost like a resistance of physicality.
Well, I just thought that if she's relaxed in a bathhouse and, like, you know, she's got a conversation going and suddenly, like, some wave hits her,
Yeah,
she'd be prepared to
it's
resist.
difficult to justify because I could use that against you guys a lot as well, and I don't. It generally disadvantage is like being caught flat-footed against something. I don't think it would apply.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like you feel it come on and then
It's
instinct
like,
kicks
yeah,
in.
it's like, and she would feel this kind
It's
of
not like an
pressure.
instant
It's not like an instant blindness. No, it's not like she can mentally. It's like she feels it and then she has to force it out of her
Will it
mind or
away.
something like that.
Okay.
Is the way I'm going to
Is
justify.
there anything I could do to... don't worry, I
I don't know. Is there?
I don't think so.
Then
I mean,
You watch as she kind of like holds her head and she's like, what? Someone, and then she starts looking around. What do you guys want to do?
What does
Lilith tries to grab the necklace,
Grandpa's
but
handbook?
is noticed. What are you doing?
Groping.
I need to just.
Why, just going for your neck, my dear. And like this is Lilith speaking as the man, just caressing you. Yeah. Looking up that old drow magic.
I will cast
Darkness.
no parents.
The entire pool is plunged into a 20-foot sphere.
Can I target it so that it's not over the rest of it, but over the area where she is and Lilith is, but not over. Actually,
We're quite
Yeah,
close.
just do it over
20-foot sphere,
everyone.
so
Just
it's
do it
like
over
it pretty much
everyone.
fills most of the room.
Okay.
So the most of the room is plunged into a magical darkness. You hear this woman go like, what's going on? Like some of the other things are like, what? Nobody would dare attack anybody here. And then like Velix is like, get off me! What are you doing? And you hear Velix, you hear Lilith in your mind say like, she has discovered that I am not who I say I am.
have you got the necklace?
Yes, I think so. Like, give that back. And then she's like, I've got it.
Could I, using the noise I can hear through the darkness, I want to almost... I guess I'm in the darkness already.
You guys are on the outskirts, so you're not. You can
I
basically... This whole big, huge 20-foot pool is, like, surrounding it. You do hear a...
Oh my god, okay.
It's like a huge... You hear, like, almost like a sharp bolt of fire hitting water and creating a huge guff of steam. And then you just get Lilith in your message going, like, she's firing fire spells, do something.
I want to charge into the darkness, and I guess she's making quite a lot of noise.
Yes, there's a lot of noise going on.
So can
Running into a bath.
Do I hear this?
yeah? Can I?
You guys start hearing screaming and cries, yes.
Alright,
Ah, my
I'm gonna
music.
wake the reins.
Okay.
Can I go
I'm
in
assuming
and?
Ulrich is making his way in as well.
I'm looking for Ulrich.
Okay.
Vision.
He needs to go check what's happening, then he's
Yeah.
going to report back. What do you want to do?
Can I run into the darkness saying, "Quick, we need to get you out of here. It's not safe."
Yeah, you can do
And
that.
try and find where her voice is coming from.
Okay, so you land in,
To-
your legs hit like hot water, and you start wading your way through. Give me a perception check. Oh yeah,
21.
yeah. You can. You kind of call out, and she's like, "Here, someone help me, assassin!" And you kind of divert your attention, and you basically you feel a body. You feel like a naked female body in the darkness in front of you.
Damn.
Okay.
Whoever you are, get me out of here.
Quick, this way. I'm gonna try and lead her out.
Okay, so she like grabs your hand. Lilith is like, "I'll pretend like I'm struggling." Like, you basically hear like, no, come back here, splash, splash. And then you start pulling her away. You pull this woman out of the darkness. As soon as she sees you, she sees you're a drow, or a half drow, and like looks at you, and it's just,
Quick, this way. We have to get out.
she starts following you, but she's looking at you curiously. Hasn't quite recognized you yet. So you get her round, and Ulrich sees you, and then he runs the other way. Tholshank, you see them running towards the exit. That's when you see Worthless. So as you get to this entrance leading out into the back corridors, you see her kind of stood in a back room. All the slaves have fled. You can see her surrounded in what looks like almost like a preparation room, like towels and ointments and things like that. And yeah, she looks a little different. She looks a little bit more gaunt and withered, but she stood there waiting.
At the moment, Malice
gonna
isn't
focus.
recognizing that because she's
Focused.
focused. Plus,
That's good. Good
she
RP.
knows that Worthless is a bit strange. Plus
So-
the death curse is making us all look a bit withered and shit anyway.
And the poison.
So she's not had a proper chance. She probably will register when they have a chance, but
Yeah.
at the moment she's not
normal.
registering
Okay.
it. She's keeping going, and she's heading in the direction of the wagon.
Okay, so you start pulling at her. The Velix grabs a towel and like throws it around herself because she was pretty much nude, and they can't going. She calls out to you. She's just like, "We must hurry! The assassin took my focus. I can only defend." She starts firing firebolts back into the room, into the darkness. You hear a few like screams, and she's following you. "Do I know you? Why are you helping me, foreigner?" And she's calling out to you as you're leading her away.
Well, I can hear people struggling in there. Why wouldn't I help? Of course I would. Get out, quick!
Okay, just give me a quick deception
I'm
check.
gonna shit. I'm gonna fail at this so bad. 13.
13. There's a kind of almost a hesitant sort of like tug as she is slowing down and stopping, just like, this is thing. Nobody helps anyone without a price.
I'm gonna look at Worthless as well to see.
Tolshank comes up behind you as well, like
Yeah.
he's running
Well,
behind
So
you.
now that I'm surrounded by people
So
as
she
well,
knows
I don't
that
feel as worried.
Lilith in that form is
Was doing something.
Yeah.
Like,
doing
handy.
something.
yeah.
Could I I almost want to start a conversation with her. So she's still in the darkness, I suppose.
Lilith.
Yeah.
Lilith actually comes out of the darkness, away from kind of using the sphere of darkness between where she knows Malice has run with the thingy. She crawls out, but it's her in her her female form.
Oh, I
the red
see.
hair, pale skin, red eyes. She just steps out of the water, dripping, looks down at you. Take it. Would you like to draw it, darling? It will last longer.
That's fine. Okay, don't worry.
Should we go and help?
Well, yes, I suppose so. Things didn't quite go to plan on that one, so okay.
Well, it seems that your friend Malice is dealing with the situation admirably. So she's actually stopped and she's just like, no, who are you really?
At which point, I'm going to step out. So, behind...
Out the steam.
Are they in front?
You're looking
you're in
into a
front
main
of-
bath.
You're
So
in front
there's-
of
And there's
her.
a corridor leading off to the side from you, which leads outside.
So there's outside, them, and me?
No, there's
Have they
outside
run past
you,
me?
then me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we haven't gotten to you yet.
You're in the way of outside.
You're in the
yeah,
way.
I'm not going to step out then.
Okay. She's just gonna stay where you are.
I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay. So yeah, she's not running with you anymore. She seems suspicious.
If you want to stay here and die, then that's fine.
Okay, you're just gonna let her go and walk off. Okay, deception
But-
with advantage. Well, that was cocked.
16.
Okay, so she goes like, fine, I'll come with you, but we'll need to discuss this later. And she starts following you again, and you're just going to lead her towards
Just
the
going
outside.
to keep running towards the direction that I saw Worthless.
She's like, run up ahead, see if you can get some guards. They don't seem to be following us for the time being. And she kind of is constantly glancing behind her.
So
you can hear
Tolshank
some
is
more-
behind her, right? So
Yeah,
we've
so
kind of got her pinned
At the moment,
between
you are now
us.
what you are now in is like a long corridor. At the far end, you can see a door which you guys know leads outside. There's a couple of small rooms, like little treatment spa rooms, kind of off this corridor. But it's basically a long corridor. You're at one end. She's in the middle. Everybody else is behind her, and then Taryn is outside in the wagon.
Is Ulrich near me?
Ulrich has got to you and has explained what's going on.
Go get in.
He climbs up into the wagon.
Be prepared. I'm going to give him the short sword.
He tucks it like against his forearm and like puts that flat
If you need to
against the.
subdue her, do so.
Very well.
So you could potentially block the exit, and I could block another exit.
Well, we are in a corridor at the moment.
I'm the wrong side. I'm between
So-
them and the exit.
As you're running, Malice, you get to the door leading out. She comes up behind you.
Okay. Anyone else want to step in?
So is
Go in.
she...
She's at the door.
Is it exit and then me?
No.
Exit her, me?
She's run past you at this point.
She's run past.
Yeah, so she's
Okay.
gone past me,
Yeah.
and she's nearer to the exit than me.
Yeah.
Right, so no, you can't block the exit. Okay.
And does she seem doubtful of
She's
Malice?
suspicious.
Okay.
She sees you, and that makes her.
I'm going to step
more
into the
suspicious.
corridor, out
Okay.
of the steam, and
She like looks back.
necrotic shroud right at her
Okay.
while screaming.
Wisdom saving throw.
Like a kind of like banshee scream.
Yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw. What's the DC? I think
It
it's
says
higher than 16.
12, but
Yeah, it's probably based on your wisdom, mate.
wisdom is +1.
Yeah, that would be
Just
12
12.
then. Yeah, because with proficiency. So she sees you. Her eyes go wide, not in fear, in recognition.
Ah, shit.
You're one of those, and then she turns around and she like sees you.
Well, I'm going to do hour of reaping then, or whatever that thing, and
try and
make
frighten
frighten,
her.
her as well.
What saving throw do I have?
It's
3 classes that can all use fear. Fear, 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 fear.
Yeah.
motherfucking.
I roll 19.
Why is it wisdom?
Just because that's probably the class. Or it's because of an Artemar thing, right? That's because you probably get wisdom bonuses from Artemar. I mean, yeah, I rolled 19, so I won't worry too much. She turns around, you kind of glow with this purple eldritch drow magic. She stumbles back and she's just like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
Can I hit her?
That's initiative.
After she turns around?
That's initiative because she did Necrotic Shroud, she's had the recognition. Jesus.
Got it back. My dice rolls.
Yeah. Solid.
Wow. Taryn?
4.
Malice?
20.
Wow. Tolshank?
22.
22. Worthless?
6.
Undead creature? Tolshank, you were the first to go. You were at the far end of the corridor, running
Great.
up with Lilith.
How long is this corridor?
Maybe about like 40 feet.
And I'm about one end of it, they're about the other. Right, well, in that case, I want to use dash as a bonus action, charge all the way down.
You move, dash, get to her.
And the room, so the bars behind me, they're still shrouded in darkness, I suppose. And I will, in that case, just tackle.
Okay, so you just want to try and grab her and pin her.
Kneecaps.
Tackle her and just get her to the ground, at the
Okay.
very least, to prone her.
Strength check.
I need my kneecaps. You should not have gloated, son.
Is that a natural one? So you dive, but you got out of the baths, you're a bit wet and slippery. Whoop! You just smash your face onto the stone ground. She kind of slips away.
Stacks it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
She slips her onto the grass.
Oh God!
I'm just happy you're here.
Mouse.
I'm not.
So
It's like
she,
a bad slapstick. It's like a chuckle brother, isn't it, really?
I'm trying to do well.
You're not. Malice.
It's all right.
I'm going to put my fan blade up to her throat and say, listen, we don't mean you any harm if you just come with us. Just now, without fuss.
Just as Tolshank stacks it.
Clearly he's an imbecile.
I mean, she'll probably just have heard a wet thud behind her.
While I slip, just be like,
If you come with us now,
assassins, there's assassins.
What are you saying?
come with us now and we won't do you any harm. And then can I hold my attack action? And
She tries to do anything.
if she attacks any of us, then I will attack her. But I want
She will hold her hands up, and she's just like, despite the bumbling gnome, you do have me at a disadvantage. I surrender to your terms for the time being.
He's got a load of dice.
Puts her hands up.
You don't have that necklace anymore. We have the upper hand here. Come with us for now. Without
She's
fuss.
just got her hands up, and her face goes cold, stoic. Her lips purse together.
Nothing personal, of course.
She just closes her mouth, looks at you.
And can I get some rope and tie her hands?
Do you have rope while you are nude?
I'm not nude.
Well,
What
you're
about
in the
towels?
baths, you absolutely are.
I'm not.
Well, underwear or whatever. You don't have your equipment.
Got some
That's why.
towels.
Worthless?
Got some towels.
Have you got any rope? Has anybody got any rope?
Got some towels.
Somebody be fucking useful.
Oh my God!
I mean, your outfit is like made of cloth strips.
I don't
like,
have it.
They had to sneak into baths where you don't have clothes generally.
I've gotten her this far. Come on.
Wait, am I naked when I slipped?
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Taryn, there's Taryn
I
having
can
a
just, you know, when you squeak like running shoes
yeah.
on hardwood surface.
So it's
Yeah, you stacked it.
Assassins!
That's the thing. So when I did fall and made a complete ass of myself, I will have then gone under the guise of like just someone in the baths who was attacked and just gone like, "There's assassins!" and trying to flee the scene.
Yeah, flee the scene.
Not
so
part
she,
of this.
any of this.
there is a slight smirk on her face as you're like, "Does anybody have any fucking rope?" And she's like, she just smirks.
Can I just
I was
hit
going to
her?
push her out then.
Can I
because
hit her? Can I just hit her? I want to hit her. Can I
No.
knock her unconscious?
I just told her that we're not going to harm her.
Do what you want. I
I'm
don't
pushing
control
her
your
out
actions.
into the wagon.
what
So,
we do with it.
Malice pushes her through the door out into the street.
I'm holding on to
Taryn,
her,
you
though.
see her. So you grabbed her like arm or something like that, and you've got the fan blade up against her neck, and you kind of shove her forward. Worthless comes up behind.
Worthless if you fucking touch her. Also, what the hell has happened to you?
I'll give you a towel.
I'm not going to take it.
And the towel just drops to the ground. Taryn, you
throw
see
it,
this
towel.
scene of a towel-wearing Malice and a towel-wearing Velix emerge out, and naked Dolshank comes crawling.
I'll throw the towel after him.
He like throw it on his body and his butt, like this towel kind of drapes over.
Have some decency.
Welcome to the party, my lady.
Taryn, do you have any rope? Restrain her
Ulrich
in
does.
some way?
Ulrich restrain her.
He pulls some off the wagon, I guess, like that you would have there, and he goes up and ties her up. He looks around, cuts a bit of the towel off, and then shoves it in her mouth, ties that round.
Can I go back in and get their clothes?
Lilith actually phases through, carrying a big bundle of gear. She just kind of phases through the wall and puts it in the wagon.
Keep an eye on
Where's
her.
the suit?
He's, I guess, still hanging in the corner. This hasn't been a good day for Torshank. I'll just get him to... I guess I could speak to him and, you can come on back now.
Yes. I mean, I guess Soot's done some good stuff today.
Soot moves about 20 feet,
got
25
out.
feet around. He's about as quick as you.
Yeah.
It takes him like half a minute. Like you're waiting in this wagon, and then this little...
I've been really waiting for that thing.
he flies up onto the back of the wagon.
We got a way to
okay, yeah.
cover this wagon.
At this point, you can hear the heavy footsteps of guards. Like,
Right!
the wagon pulls off as you see big armored, the elite knights on horseback bursting into the spa, charging around. A few of them look your way, and Lilith just kind of...
Gonna put on my red wizard robe.
Lilith pushes the woman down into the bottom of the wagon and then just sits neatly in a slight dress, kind of overlooking everyone. The guards do not seem to spot anything wrong as the wagon trundles off.
I'm gonna put my mask and everything back on.
So you start getting all of your gear back on. You arrive at the Kalasham Wind, the ship that belongs to Valix.
Valix.
With Velix.
I'm guessing you
With
haul
Velix.
her off. Do you have a way to cover her? Are you going to use a cloak or something?
I'll put a red wizard
I have an
robe
extra.
on her.
I have an
Red
extra
wizard.
cloak.
Okay, so you throw that over her, and then you bundle her into the ship.
Yes.
She's
I'm
gagged
helping
with
subdue.
cold, dead, hateful eyes.
Yeah.
You bundle her down below decks, throw her into onto a barrel or something, I guess.
I've been not afraid of the ocean.
She just stares at you, bound and gagged.
Come on, come through. We've got much to discuss.
I mean, I'm guessing you throw her into the hole.
I'm just going to call out and be like, Valix, my dear, we have company.
Valix arrives shortly afterwards, looking around. Good, Lilith told me of your plans. The ship is ready to leave, but I believe you have some business you need to deal with first.
We'll perform the negotiations on the boat.
I was going to speak to you about that. If Callus is a powerful mage as you suggest, that is not a good idea. It is likely he has enough power to sink this vessel
Would he
if he
sink
decides to attack.
a ship with his daughter on it?
I don't know. He may have a way of getting her out and then trying to attack you. I'm just saying that it is perhaps not advisable to meet him on here.
Right.
Are there any other areas that are discreet within the city?
You could likely meet him somewhere outside of the city. Inside is difficult.
Right.
If there is something along one of the... If there was a building that we could use outside of the city, that could be ideal.
The
Farmhouse.
first farmhouse we went to, is that now abandoned?
Oh, no, I
I
imagine it's
don't know
still
what
there.
you're referring
It
to.
is too far.
It is far away.
So, now that everybody is here, you do notice, if you wish to, if you think that your character would be observant enough to notice, there is something different about Worthless. Her skin is much more tight and gaunt, her cheeks very sunken, her eyes a bit more sort of glazed.
And she's acting a lot more commanding.
But as a result of the death curse, is everyone sort of gradually getting not like that necessarily?
Not like
but
that.
Hey.
Well-
Sicker, yes, there is you're becoming paler, you can start to see veins, your veins are becoming more prominent and things like that. All of those signs have gone on Worthless. She now just
Although
looks...
she does look pallid and
Yes.
Gross.
She looks grosser.
I feel like I wouldn't
Gross.
necessarily,
Tolshank might not. It's up to you to decide if your character would pick up
because
on
I
it.
don't think he doesn't really
He
know
cares.
enough about the
Yeah, sure.
death curse as it is anyway.
He's pretty magically ignorant.
Yes.
Say that again.
So, yeah.
Happy you're here.
Valix smiles at you. It's just Worthless. And there is a recognition.
Yeah,
I don't
You
know.
don't notice.
I nod my head at her, kind of knowing much more now about...
Yeah, the two of you are on a very similar wavelength now. So, what would you guys like to do?
We need to get this prisoner to a good location.
Lilith speaks. I can deliver the message to Callus without causing any harm. I can slip into his chambers ethereal, leave a message, and then vanish.
Perfect.
We need him to bring the evidence that we need.
He needs to come
To
alone.
the meeting alone.
Well, you would. I imagine you would put that in your message that he must come alone and bring the documents taken from the Enclave.
It's a straight swap.
Else
No
his
strings
daughter dies.
attached.
Sure, of course. Well, it is your desires. I'm here to simply help.
And don't say that we'll kill her. Say we'll submit her to an endless torture from Orcus.
Well, to be honest, if you say you kill her, there's a death curse. He would know about that. She can't be resurrected.
Use his own thing against him.
Yes.
I like it. Very cruel.
We could do both.
What?
Torture and then death.
What's up with your skin?
Death curse.
If we have no, Valix speaks this time, if we have no use for her body after we killed her, there are ways that we can make use of her form.
Quite.
Powerful wizards can be resurrected to maintain some of their eldritch power.
Would you be up for that, Valix?
I can animate her if required, yes.
I'm asking her.
Oh.
Velix.
Oh, Velix. She looks just cold dead. She seems quite difficult to intimidate. She just sits there holding this towel tight against her, just.
Yes, I think using his own curse to threaten his family is...
If you wish to prepare a message, Lilith, I will send it. I can deliver it immediately.
Simply put,
Well,
him and
Tarandir, you will need to write it down.
No, you can write this for me. I'm very used to the whole slave thing now.
I'm sure you are, but I'm not a scribe.
We should send some proof that we have his daughter.
Yes.
And then I'm going to look at Velix and say, my dear, do you have any distinguishing marks?
She just purses her lips.
How about a part of that necklace? Not
How?
all of it, but a part of it.
I was thinking
Lilith holds it up.
more like her tongue.
She looks at it.
She may need to speak.
Yeah, Velix doesn't say anything. She just stares, cold, hard eyes.
She may need to help with
Tough
negotiations.
cookie.
You need a tongue to cast spells, though, don't you?
Not always.
Not always. Can be gestures with the hands. What's your least favourite finger? We'll take that one. I'm going to grab the finger and put it onto the boat flooring. Get the short sword, Ulrich. I'm going to pull down her towel that's around her mouth.
I'm going to tell you now that the second you harm me, you will be incurring a wrath from my father like one you've never known. He is a third in command of becoming a Zolkir. He's an incredibly powerful conjuration mage. Leave me unharmed. It is likely you will get what you want.
We could harm her later.
I'm going to cast Give Me Everything at level 10. No. Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Which is a 15-foot radius. All in or enter save or unable to lie. So you must do a save. Charisma save.
Yep. Failed that.
You cannot lie
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
I believe everybody in this room needs to make that saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, shit, man. Charisma save.
12.
Charisma.
Does that...
Is it magical?
What's your save?
Yes. What's your
It
DC?
is 13.
I don't really have anything
Even
to
with
hide.
advantage, I got 7.
19.
19.
Oh,
GG.
I got
So
7.
you're not unaffected. The two of you must tell the truth.
Tell you what, I think my dice know that I'm RPing, and when it needs to, it does really good stuff.
Did Valix and Lily?
I rolled for them.
now, will your father care if I kill you or not?
Yes.
Will he submit to my demands?
It's likely.
Will he hand over the death curse research notes for your life?
If that's all you request, I'm sure he will. He won't forget what you've done, but if you're clever and you can get away, then it may be some time before he catches up with you.
Does your father love you?
He does.
Do you
Is that
like
so
him?
surprising?
Do you like him?
I respect my father immensely.
Do you have any intentions of overthrowing him?
This is Thay, of course I do. But that does not mean I don't respect and love him. I will wait until he is old, and then I will prove myself more powerful.
I'm done with you. Do you want to kill Worthless?
No.
Is that the truth? Is that the truth?
She doesn't really want to do much other than survive and get away from this place.
Then that's your answer.
I give Malice a little wink.
I don't know that you've saved. What's happened to you?
I got a little older.
Valix.
Valix is there. Lilith is not.
Oh,
She's not there.
okay.
The wonders of being able to go ethereal at will.
Someone failed their save.
Does
Maybe.
the caster have to do it as well?
I believe so, actually.
Do
I
they?
think it's anybody in the zone.
Really? Even if
Seems
I
a bit
cast
odd.
it?
If you
I'm
cast
going to
it.
read it.
Okay, sure.
So you can ask Tolshank while I'm doing this.
Tolshank.
What is your real name?
Tolshank, once this is all over and we succeed, what is your goal?
Well, to go back to Neverwinter to reclaim, not Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Is it Neverwinter? To reclaim what was taken from me. By
How
York.
do you feel about each individual in this room, starting with Worthless?
Worthless, to be honest, scares me immensely.
I give you a little wink.
She has a power that I do not fully understand.
I'll take a minute.
And that's all I can really say about her.
That's very sweet, my dear.
In your mind, Soot,
It's like, Master, I know this spell. You only have to tell truth if you answer questions. If you change subject.
Well, okay, after talking about Worthless.
and by the way, Trot, it is any creature that enters the zone. As you centered it on the whole room, you are in the zone.
I'm in the zone.
Really?
Yeah, so the idea is that as a cleric, you could, because you can choose where you put it, he could put it outside of himself.
Natural
Natural
20.
20.
Well,
Fine.
I can lie, motherfucker.
Well, I'll change the subject then after mentioning
Come on.
Worthless.
It's just basically like, you have to tell the truth if you're directly answered a question. If you can find a way around it cleverly, you can use clever wordplay.
I think what you said was fine.
Yeah.
And everyone else I consider allies.
Would you kill me?
If you came against me, and I had to,
Are you planning to?
I have no reason to. Though I will admit, what you're doing with Lilith worries me.
What are you doing with Lilith?
Nothing. At
What
all.
are all of you doing with Lilith? She's spoken to every single one of you. So at this moment in time, I don't trust anyone. I just want to leave this place. Alive.
Lilith actually phases back in.
Entering the
And she's
zone.
just like,
Everything you said to me, is it true? Is that your true ambition?
of course.
Nothing else?
No,
No underhand, secret subplot against me?
not against you, Taryn, dear.
Are you
I've
planning
been
to?
quite honest. Why would I, with everything that I've told you, do you think I would risk that all?
And what about the rest of us?
I have no real concerns for any of you. Taryn is the one who has something I want.
Can you
We have a contract. I aim to see it fulfilled.
Can you genuinely remove my curse?
She smiles. It's like, yes. But only yours, I'm afraid, due to our upcoming intimate nature.
Once you are done with me and we have this child, will
Yes.
I die?
Unless you go and get yourself killed, I don't see why you would.
I'm gonna look at Lilith. Can I trust his word?
Whose word?
You know.
Well, I couldn't possibly say. Unfortunately, I am not one to know the minds of such beings. I merely provided a meeting. As for the rest of you, honestly, Malice, I have no ill will towards you or this gnome fellow. I don't really care about you in any way or form. You have been pleasant enough company, so I have no desire to kill you. That is all I can answer.
Ulrich. How do you feel about me?
Been safe for Ulrich.
Poor guy.
You ask Ulrich?
Yes.
How does he feel? He looks.
You must speak to me, Ulrich, as a slave. You must answer me.
He like.
My questions.
He considers.
For one who has bought another living being, you have treated me better than most.
He thinks.
But that does not make you a good man.
God.
Little man has a point.
I just look at Lilith.
Your drow friend understands the pain of what I have endured.
Huh.
I would seek her condolence more than yours.
That's enough.
Is it? It is enough.
Oh my god.
I have slaved under these Thayans. I would see so many of them dead. You I could not kill. You are too strong.
But you
one
would
day-
if you could.
If I was stronger than you, yes, I would. But I'm not.
You were disease-ridden. You would have died without me.
And that is what pains me most. I must be saved by one that would consort with demons, that would treat me as an object like these Thayans. The only one who has shown me kindness has been your friends, a drow, and now this creature.
He sticks a dwarven thumb, a dwarven finger.
I hate the weakness that I've become. To bow to one such as you.
Ulrich, when we leave this place, which we will,
Yes,
will you come with us?
I will go with you. You have proven yourself to be better than most of your kind, and I trust you. You know the pain I've endured.
Well, then, after this is done, it shall be so.
He like nods, and he actually walks over to where you had. What did you do with his short sword when you were using it to threaten the
I
thing?
asked for it back.
Yeah. What did you do? Are you still holding it?
I was holding it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks at it.
It's going back in the scabbard.
You just put it back in the scabbard.
As I said previously, Ulrich, if you try anything, you're a dead man. And it'll be all for naught. That would be a shame.
The only thing I'm going to try is to get out of here alive. And one day perhaps return home.
And he looks at Malice when he says that.
You don't have a home.
I have more of a home than you will.
I've had enough of all of you.
I believe that.
Right.
Send the message. Let's be done of this place.
I
To save all of this uncomfortable attitude, I will go and write a message for you. And
Lilith,
yes, dear,
what we spoke of earlier,
yes,
I've made my choices, and you know them.
very well. And she turns, phases through the deck of the ship, and she's gone.
Cool.
What would you like to do for the next hour and a bit whilst she
Let's
is
have
gone?
a tea party. Just sit in awkward silence,
I think the awkward silence is what's going to happen.
staring at each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sharp and grim in the corner.
I
Grief.
am
Grief.
just playing
I keep
with
saying grim.
Soot, but as I'm talking to him, I'm saying things that just would never come out of Tolshank's mouth. Like, I found in you a friend I never thought I'd find
Who's my good
in a
boy?
world like
Who's
Fae.
my good boy?
A friend.
Yeah, he's pretty intelligent.
much unlike these pitiful allies.
He's pretty like good at doing tasks. Like he can like pick stuff up, he can carry things, he can perform menial tasks as well. Like he can hold stuff. He can. You're pretty sure that with time you could probably teach him to like pick pockets and like undo locks and stuff like that as well.
Oh.
So yeah, he's quite good. Worthless.
If I could have a moment with Malas,
You could try.
I'm just going to sit down next to her. Are we like in a different? Maybe we're in a different part.
Can I just say, this is what I wanted. This is the ultimate what I wanted.
Everything's coming out.
Ah, carry
Zone
on.
of truth.
Carry on. Thank you.
Yeah,
need
if
to
we're
mark
like in
that
a little
off.
discreet corner away from these fuckers. Malice, I understand your frustrations and your tiredness. I tire of these people too. I just want to say I don't know what will happen of all of us, especially when this red wizard receives word of his daughter's fate. But I want to say it has been a pleasure knowing you. You have brought some happiness to my life in our times together, and I wish you luck with the future.
I hope that you find the person that you are looking for, but I also hope to never see any of you for a very, very long time.
I agree.
Not meaning it in any way against you, but I'm quite done here, and I think that I do better alone.
I understand, dear child. And as thank you, I would like to give you this. And I hand you a rather battered... Actually, no. Yeah, a brooch of Lathander. And it looks actually quite well kept. Like, you've seen on my shield that the sign is all scratched up and defaced. This is actually strangely well kept.
Okay. So,
Good luck with your travels.
And to you.
after
Help the dwarf.
After a few quiet hours, Lilith returns. She phases through the deck of the ship, wearing kind of very tight red sort of outfit, red leather, sort of like jerkin, trousers, tall boots. She has a rapier at her side. She looks like she's gone and picked up a few things, leather armor, that sort of thing. And she hands you a scroll. She looks around the room. She's going to hand it to probably Tholshank, actually. Tholshank. She walks over and
10
just,
episodes, 12 episodes.
hands it to Tholshank. You can see that it has a seal of the red flame of the wizards.
Okay.
A letter from Magister Callus Thrul.
Is the Zone of Truth still active?
No.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10
it
minutes,
lasted.
okay.
Enough
Wonderful
for a
minute.
tense, dramatic discussion.
I'll open it up and I'll read it.
Okay.
And it says...
It basically is instructions of to meet outside of the city at a small ruined fort down the coast.
Is this anything we passed on the way? Either to
You
the
remember
city
maybe
or-
seeing when you were first sailing in, maybe like a little ruined watchtower, like a little ruined lighthouse almost,
Okay.
on a
Oh, I
peninsula.
feel like you mentioned it actually, yeah.
And it basically says to meet. He will meet you there. He agrees to come alone, but he basically demands, if my daughter is harmed, I will destroy you. It's like grandiose verbal mage nonsense of like, I shall unleash arcane energies upon you. And blah blah
Blah,
blah.
blah, blah. Skip to the end.
Yeah.
Let's remove Velux from this next conversation of our approach. Maybe we'll discuss this on the upper deck.
Okay.
Because I don't want...
Valix is like, I'll watch her.
Great. Ulrich, stay here, dear friend. Thank you.
He nods.
Let's go up to the top deck.
Insight.
You can insight whatever you like.
Why are you asking Ulrich to stay?
So I don't fucking like him.
He's all sulky because like his little, what he thought was his little friend doesn't like him.
Oh,
You made the mistake of getting the truth out of him, and that just kept him rolling. And especially when he fails his wisdom will saving throw to like not keep talking.
Was that a mistake?
No, I literally was like,
You rolled
I'm going to make a
for it.
wisdom saving
No,
throw.
I mean, was it a mistake to hear what?
Oh, maybe.
Only for your
anyway.
feelings.
Is everyone coming with me?
Yeah.
May as well.
Clank, clank. Okay. There is another thing I wish to do. I have been speaking with Lilith, as you said, and I have a way out of this death curse.
Good for you.
Research or no, I know you don't give a shit, but I'm
No.
going to do it anyway. And you're thankful I'm not going to stab any of your backs doing it.
Whose back are you going to stab?
The woman below. I wish to take her, if you would let me, and in return I won't kill you.
Valax or Velix?
The one that's currently tied up.
If you kill her,
She won't be killed. Yet. But she will be taken as part of the process to remove the curse from me.
Lilith is stood next to Taryn.
Could you not do it to both her and her father?
Her father might be difficult. I only need one.
that's all well and good, but my only way out of this death curse is by receiving those notes.
We get the notes.
If your plan in any way interferes with that, then you have doomed all of us to death while you survive.
There should be no reason that we can't get the notes and still accomplish what I have planned with Taryn.
Yes, it is to be done.
Then I don't care
Once
what you
the
do with
transaction-
them.
I'm just making you aware that that's what's going to happen.
In fact, Taryn, my dear, I believe that what we should do is, Malice, you should take the notes from Callus once he hands them over, and then we will take the bodies as we require them. To give you a certain, make sure that you are confident that there is no scheming. You should take the notes as he provides them.
I won't need them. I'll be removed of the curse.
Taryn won't need them further. And then that way, Taryn and myself will have, I can ensure our safety. You may take the ship and get to one of the nearby kingdoms. They will provide you with safe haven and way back to the Sword Coast.
Very well.
Are we in agreement?
Worthless.
I will stand back.
You know what you need to do, and I'm sure that once you've done so, find a quiet space, have some deep thoughts and prayers, and you should know what to do next.
And
Speak
why
with
should
Valix if you need more information.
Why should we let you have the freedom?
It is only accomplishable because of the intimate bond I will be having with Taryn.
Do you want to have a Cambion child with her? She doesn't want to have one with you.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
No, I...
In return, I will take the entire flak of this woman's father. I will fight him off while you make your escape. If he defends himself, I will put myself in harm's way. And you make off with the research notes.
Well, then you will die before you get what you want.
Well, I will ensure that doesn't happen.
Will
I
be
need
your
him
best
alive.
method of escape.
I agree.
Very well.
We take the research notes and go.
Tall, do you want to live or die?
You
I
can
want
stay
to
here
live.
if you want.
Okay, now the thing is that outside...
Is this Tom?
This is Tom.
Tom speaking.
You got a
What
hot
he
hand
has
up.
heard from, and he has admitted that he has some level of fear of Worthless and her shady nature and whatever, and the way she achieves
pretty
stuff.
shady.
Now, what he has heard from Lilith, sorry, he doesn't like. Like,
Don't like you.
what he's heard of this child that she wants to be what he perceives as like a warlord or some dark, horrible thing. There's a part of him that is just like...
There's that little bit which isn't quite good, but it isn't evil. And it's like...
He doesn't like the idea of the world that he would live in.
You are literally the penguin. You don't like the idea of like someone truly evil taking over because it means you can't run your little schemes.
It sounds like a dark world that he doesn't want to be
Okay,
in.
so what are you going to do about it? What you can do about it?
And also, he kind of doesn't want one of us, or well, he doesn't know about Worthless, but he doesn't want one of us just to get away with a death curse. Like, that just seems almost unfair to him. Like, just one guy just doesn't have the death curse anymore and just lives freely while he goes to die.
Tom Hazel, you need to figure out what Tolshank's going to do about it. Because you begin making your way
Okay.
towards this meeting point.
Come on, my stallion.
Okay, the ship sails along the coast and parks a little distance away.
Parks.
Moors, a little distance away. You know what I meant.
Parks.
Moors, a little distance away.
Is this indicator on?
Valix says, I will remain on the ship, and I have prepared my assistants back in Byzantor. I can activate them as I need to from here.
Great.
I can sail you as you wish. I can't leave the ship, unfortunately.
You will be taking Tolshank, Worthless, and Malice away.
So, sure.
I will be staying.
Are you taking the woman with you?
Yes.
Okay,
To the ruins.
very well.
Oh, it's just you, her, and in the tower, and we're just on the
You
ship.
can all go. If you want to take the research notes,
I'd like
Yep.
to go as well.
I can't throw them from here.
Okay. So, you grab Velix, and
Yeah.
make your way to the ruins. Still about like 30 minutes before midnight when Callus agreed to meet you. And you get in possession. The ruin is an old, kind of fallen apart watchtower. It probably was once a small like little sea keep, which would kind of just keep an eye out for enemy ships, but it's kind of fallen into massive ruin. It's now just basically a ring of circles with a kind of half wall with a slight roof on it. So it keeps dry on the inside, but it's still open to the wind and the elements. And yeah, you begin. Velix is still shivering in a towel and a loose cloak, maybe if you've given her one, and she just kind of is squat on like a rock, waiting.
Don't worry, it'll all be over soon.
Can
Okay.
I do a perception check to see if there's anything like...
Sure.
Yeah,
Perception
can we
checks?
keep a-
Yeah. 19.
Rubbish.
15.
1915. You don't spot anything around.
I got 19.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought that was. Okay, fine.
So, it is dead on midnight when the flash of magic erupts just outside the tower. And standing in a sigil pattern on the floor, glowing sigil pattern, teleporting in, is a red-robed man with a big black beard speckled with grey, bald head, piercing red eyes, and 3 slaves in like slave clothing that kind of are hunched and stood next to him when he arrives. He stands about 6'2", and you can see, although he's old, he seems very, very strong. He seems still full of youthful vigor. The slaves look quite weak and withered, and they kind of follow behind him. And as he appears, his eyes open, and they seem to almost pulse with energy as he looks and he sneers.
Is this definitely your father, young lady? I say that to Felix.
She nods.
I am indeed Callus Thruel, and you have taken my daughter.
You've taken our lives.
I have done nothing of the sort. It's so wonderfully ignorant. I'm amazed that you managed to find the Enclave by yourselves. He holds up a scroll case and just holds this up, basically.
We need to verify its contents.
He holds it out.
And if we are to continue, your slaves, send them away.
They are my servants. They go where I go. Worthless. Can you make a perception check for me?
Probably not,
Interesting.
knowing me. 4.
4? Yeah, you're just carrying on. He holds up a scroll case. If this is all you require.
Lilith, would you inspect that for us, please?
She stands. So I know, where is everyone stood? Imagine you've got a big 30-foot kind of like, or not even that, like 40-foot radius ruin.
I'm probably
You've got Velix stood.
stood next to her. She's
Okay. Stood right next to her, yeah?
with grief out, ready to go.
Okay.
I would like to be on the other side as well. So if you're one side of Velix, I'll sort of be on the other side.
Grief is ready to just smash into Velix at a moment's notice.
Sorry, you go.
You go no, so it was, if you go for the positioning.
So in the ruins, is there anywhere like up that I could have been? Like a broken balcony or staircase?
It was, I mean, there was, but it falls apart very
Okay.
quickly. You'd maybe be about 10, 15 feet up high.
Well, yeah, can I just lurk in some kind of mild vantage point?
Okay. Lilith walks over, takes it, and you see Callus kind of be like, I wondered how these cretins have been getting away from my guys. Well done, succubus. And she's just like, you made the deal with the wrong devil, I'm afraid, Callus. And she pops it open, pulls out several sheets of documents and begins reading it. She turns, she nods. This is enough. Although, it does present something, and she hands it to Malice.
Presents what?
He's not responsible for the death curse.
Then what have you done?
Callus is just like, it was not the wizards that created this curse. They merely stumbled upon it in their research into infusing souls.
The unicorn.
Yes, a little project that even I was unaware of, despite my position. But as soon as they wrote to me informing that it had correlations to the newly discovered curse, that it perhaps hinted at the existence of another soulmonger, well, I knew what had to be done.
Another?
I'm afraid that is all you're going to get from me. Lord Acerak would not be pleased if I gave away too much. And with a snap of his fingers, a wall of force surrounds his daughter, splitting her off from the two of you, just kind of evaporates her in a dome, just kind of springs around her, and that's going to be initiative, please.
Shit.
Oh my god, that's a bad one.
I think I figured out why you made me want to roll perception.
Yeah.
You're an evil man.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh. I think
So, let me just do mine.
Yeah.
Ain't got a clue.
Yes,
Ulrich's a whopping 2. Taryn.
11.
Malice.
6.
Tolshank.
6.
Wow.
Worthless.
Our final battle, guys.
10. Okay. So, you watch as this mage power ripples around him, and he gestures to one of the 3 slaves. He's like, "You deal with this, hold this spell while I deal with them." And you watch as tattoos all along the slave's arms glow green, and a tattoo on his own arm begins to pulse the same color. And the slave then begins almost like holding a spell, as if he's concentrating on a spell. And then Callus turns around and just looks around. Who would he pick on the most? You look big and slow. Lightning coalesces in his hand. He throws a lightning bolt at you. Dexterity saving throw, please.
11.
11.
That's fine. Told you about the slaves, guys.
25 lightning damage as this lightning bolt coalesces and screeches out, striking you like in the full plate armor as it connects with you, and then he sweeps his gaze over the rest of you. Lilith just kind of rushes up to you, like, how badly hurt are you?
Half.
Okay, she's going to place her hand on you, and she casts Shield of Faith on you. You have +2 AC for the time being. And then she draws her rapier.
She has healing powers. Well, not healing powers, but defense
Protective.
Yeah, she has
Just
spells.
a level 1 spell, that is.
Yeah.
She,
Not for
she
you.
didn't have those.
Taryn. Taryn.
You bastard.
Bastard! You have taken my daughter and seek to ruin my master's plans. I shall see you burnt to cinders.
I'm going to rush at him as he's
Okay.
shouting this stuff and grief the fuck out of his face.
You bring Grief in.
I'm going to Great Weapon Master.
Great Weapon Master!
And
Well, let's get some attack rolls going on, my friend.
have we had a long rest?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet!
So all your spells and shit come back.
Channel Divinity Guided Strike.
Here it comes.
The min-maxi.
Yep. So
Okay.
basically you get +5 to your normal
To
attack
my
bonus.
attack bonus.
So what's your normal attack bonus?
+8 now, because I leveled up.
+13 to this attack roll.
Oh, but you're Great Weapon Mastery, aren't you?
16.
4 plus 13 is...
17.
So, Grief is about to hit him and he's just like, shield spell. Increases AC by 5. Grief smashes against the shield.
I'm going to hit again.
Okay, second attack. That was your guided strike
still
used.
up?
No, it's 1 attack, I believe. Guided strike. It's on your next attack roll.
Can I do that for my... Can I just choose the penalty on every...
Yeah, you can choose to use Great Weapon Master, but
I've done my-
the Paladin thing was you've used that.
Bollock, alright. 14.
14? No, that's not enough. Like, whatever magical protections he has, it's just like bouncing off of him.
Stop hiding behind your magic.
I am a great magister. Magic is beyond the comprehension of simpletons like you.
Taryn. Worthless.
Hey yo! How far are the slaves from me? Specifically the one
Slaves.
with the spell.
So they are, I mean, they're about 30 feet away. Like, he was stood pretty much next to all of you guys.
Can I go for the one that is holding the spell?
Yes. Yep.
Do I know what kind of spell it is?
You don't.
Okay. Can I? What should I do? Can I necrotic shroud Leslev?
So you try and make them fearful.
Yeah, and run
Yep.
away in front of me.
So you run in and you summon this power, So what is it?
DC 12 Charisma.
Okay. They have advantage against being feared. One of them, not the one who's currently holding the other spell, but one of them begins cowering. But as he goes to run, he gets like 5 feet away, and then like a green ethereal chain to Callus stops him running further. Miserable slave! Do not fear these creatures. Also, as your necrotic shroud, these spectral wings illuminate. You see that the faces, these slaves have been kind of downtrodden, and look, one of them, the one not holding the spell, but the other one who didn't run away, looks up, and there is a terrible sense of recognition in him. He is old, his hair is long, his face weathered, but you see an element of the man that Lilith created when you were on the wagon. You recognize it as Zoen, and as he looks up, you hear a very faint kind of harsh whisper under his voice. Hadraniel.
Bastard! I knew it! I knew it!
Oh, shit.
So, that was your action and your move.
By the way, the one... Well, it says deal 8 necrotic damage.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if that's to all of them or just to the one who failed.
Let's say just the one who failed for now, and then you can check it not on your turn.
Okay.
And tell me. So 8d8 was just 8.
8.
Just 8. Wow. Yeah, you watch him like, nah, and he's like shivering. And he's just like, ah. Only I can take their life force, he calls to you. And at the end of your turn, he's going to be like, you wish to run? I shall give you something to fear. And you watch as he sucks power across this ethereal chain from the one that tried to run. You watch his flesh begin to wither and crawl. And he's actually going to cast a magic missile at you.
Can't miss.
Worthless. It can't miss. He's going to cast it at 3rd level. That's my thing. 3, 7, 11, 12. 16 points of damage.
He definitely can't miss.
Not with magic missile, no. And yeah, he kind of sucks this power out of one of his thralls and then
And does that
launches magic missile.
Is that guy still alive or dead?
He just takes 10. He looks pretty injured. He looks like he's not having a great time. He's withered, his flesh is all sunken and melted.
Join the club, buddy.
And he does that. Malice or Tolshank?
I will yell to Malice to basically just make off with the research notes. So, you know, take the slave, take the research notes, you can finish this, you don't need us.
Fucking hero.
And
F to pay respects, guys, to the soon-to-be dead Tolshank.
and I will run in and
pull out the sword cane.
I'm going to hit the shield that is going over Bellix.
Okay, so you want to attack the wall of force.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you now there's no point in attacking Tom.
What about with a natural 20?
Sadly, it does nothing.
What a wasted dice roll.
What I will say with a natural 20 is you soon figure out nothing physical can damage this thing. As long as that spell is being maintained, is being concentrated on, you reckon only other magic can get rid of it. Maybe you could dispel it, maybe you could do something to get rid of it, but no physical harm can be done to that shield. She just like smiles and she does this to you.
Good.
Malice. Ulrich looks to you like slow-mo. He's heard what Tolshank's done. He's just like, he holds out his hand. He's like, come! Like Ulrich is like holding his hand out.
Run away. Fly, fly.
What would Malice do?
I can show you the world.
Go to the boat. Give him the thing. I want to... Can I cast... I've got a scroll of Dispel Magic.
You can try and cast
Can
it,
I try and cast it on the wall of force around...
You can try it. You know you will have to roll a d20. What's your intelligence modifier?
None.
Okay, so it'd be a flat d20 roll, and you would need to beat the level of the spell.
Right.
Oh, in fact, actually, no. Dispel magic. Yeah, you need to roll a 13 or higher. So
No
Maz pulls out the scroll.
Nope.
The scroll, you kind of try and coalesce the powers, but it's not similar to key, and the spell just crumbles and falls apart. Callus
the scroll, or?
It's the scroll gone. Scrolls are one use.
They're one use things. Yeah.
Callus is just just starts laughing. Ulrich runs towards the boat.
I'm gonna move up with him for now.
Okay.
Just to keep.
So your action. Well, I'm saying that you've still got your move and bonus action, so you can
Yeah.
basically read the thing. You easily keep pace with him. He's a dwarf. He only goes
Yeah.
25 feet around, so he gets like 50 feet. So you're just running next to Ulrich. Callus. Well, at least someone has some sense to run from their betters. I shall deal with you later. Get away from my daughter. He is going to cast a spell on you, which requires a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's always Constitution. Oh, that's okay, 15. Well, that's not great, it's 15.
Not enough.
Not enough. So, you watch as Tolshank, you kind of struck the shield, and as you do begin to pull your arm away, your arm is encased in this magic, and you see it beginning to turn to stone. Your arm. You are currently restrained, and I need you to make another saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Okay, no damage.
You lose a turn.
No, he's just restrained. You can't move. You can still act, but you can't physically move your body.
Oh, so
like
my
your
arms
legs,
and my legs.
your legs have like turned to heavy stone, and you're like, ugh.
Right.
And you can't seem to move around too much. Lilith is going to come up and try, and she sees that the slaves, like Hut and the slaves, he's using them. So she's going to go up to the one that's maintaining the spell, and she's going to try and attack it, which she does. That's going to be D8 plus
It.
damage.
That's what slaves are to him. Things.
Same things.
And she strikes again. That's actually a crit for her.
Kill that slave.
Fuck him up.
16. She kind of starts stabbing into this slave, and he's just like, no! She's just like, die, quick! And he's just like, succubus, get away! Do not make me banish you. Taryn.
As my bonus action, I'm going to say to him, you are pathetic. Face someone of worth. And I'm going to use Compelled Jewel.
Compelled Jewel!
So you've got to do a
What?
save. A wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
He's pretty fucking wise though, that's the problem.
Okay, he fails. He's going to kill one of his thralls to automatically succeed on a saving throw. So the one that was really badly injured, the one that was connected by the chain, he just goes, it turns into a blackened husk, and the spell has no effect.
Oh God!
God, okay.
Well,
So
I made
one of
him
them's
use
dead.
One of the three thralls is dead.
Jesus. Okay.
Malice is really angry. She's like trying to protect Ulrich though at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't want Ulrich to get hurt.
Your magics are pathetic.
Alright.
Do you think you can face me, warrior, with a blade? I shall show you a blade.
What would you like to do?
Oh shit. Alright. I'm going to do
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know what it is about
Thunderous.
combat, but I need the toilet.
I really want to do it as well. Oh my
It's
God.
well, to be fair,
Can't do
it's like 20 minutes till.
I'm going to
finish
attack.
things
So
up.
Straight up
it's-
attack.
You've been
Straight up
drinking
attack.
a lot.
This is like my 23rd coffee.
Plus,
Are you
your
going to Great
bladder is
Weapon
the
Master
size
or
of
just
a
normal
pea.
attack?
Yeah, apparently.
Great Weapon Master!
He has got a plus what if her?
No, he
AC?
doesn't have that anymore.
Doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So,
Hello!
so -5.
24. Minus
that win?
5, so that's 19.
19 is a hit.
Hope so.
No, he'll take the hit. He'll take the hit this time because he doesn't know how hard you can hit is the problem.
Okay, so I get plus 10 on
Yep.
this damage.
Divine Smites.
And I will be Divine
You
Smite.
don't get the extra D8 because he's not undead or demonic, but you can spell slots.
I'm going to use 2. Just a D6.
What do you need? D6.
Just a D6. I'll do my D8.
Do you want another D8?
Yeah. Fuck, I'll roll it all together.
Yep. Plus. What do you normally add to damage?
Can you roll?
5 now.
You can re-roll a 1 though, right?
So.
Can I do it on the Divine Smite?
No,
though?
only on those two,
1
which
and
he rolled
2.
max.
Oh no, that's
No,
something
that's
else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
2, 6, so 12, plus 5, 17.
27 with Great Weapon Master.
27, 29, 30.
30 points of damage. The blow shatters through the mage armor that he's wearing and cleaves deep into his chest. You hear like,
Grief.
He howls in pain. And Grief.
Sweet.
Sorry, Becky.
Sorry, Becky.
And I'm not done.
You'll be done when I say you're done.
I'll cut your face off in a minute.
Cut your face.
For one.
As you go to do it, he just rebuffs you, like throws you back as you stumble.
Okay, cool. That's me. Did bonus and an action.
Okay, at the end of your turn, he is going to react to that, and he is going to blast you with. Yeah, I think he's going to cast Blight.
Oh.
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh.
Right?
I get +2 on my saves. No way.
How injured did what's his face look from Taryn's big blow?
I mean, it was a nasty blow. Like, I mean, he's bleeding profusely and he looks enraged.
Constitution.
Yep.
16.
16 is. Yeah, that if you equal DC, you beat it. don't
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so you do. So you're going to take half damage.
Whew.
Okay, that's 13, 22, 32, 42 half, 21 points of necrotic damage as he's like,
I shall drain the life from you, warrior. Is that all you've got?
That was at the end of your turn. Worthless.
I made a mistake with necrotic damage. It's if I attack, so if I'd hit that slave, then it would
You would
have
have
been
dealt an extra one.
8
It's done now.
thuzz.
And plus he got consumed.
He got consumed.
Okay. But yeah, because it
Dead
lasts for a
now.
minute, so it still stacks on whatever.
Okay.
I guess minute hasn't.
The others passed their saving throws, so.
Yeah, the other's passed.
No, the damage. Like, so
But
I'm
he's dead.
still in necrotic mode. So like.
Oh, do you always to any attack
yeah,
now? Oh, great.
Until
Great.
that ends,
Cool.
like until
Perfect.
a minute passes.
Zoen is just like,
Antonia, please, kill me now. You must. What has happened to you?
and he's like looking at you, and he looks tired, and he looks like he's suffered a lot.
I'm gonna say to him, our daughter is alive.
He weakly nods. He nods. It's just like,
When we thought you were dead.
and Thrall at this point, this is as Taryn is attacking him, so his attention's diverted. And you can see that Zoen is like being drained of this energy. He's just like,
When you died, she followed a path, a temple of Helm. She discovered that those that killed you had been corrupted. She put them to the blade. She now serves as his justice. You would have been proud, but something has happened to you.
and then that's all he gets out in the 6 seconds. Yeah. What would you like to do? What action and movement would you like to take? If you don't want to act, you can probably say something back.
No, I'm gonna act.
Okay, what would you like to act?
I'm gonna kill the other slave.
Okay, great. Attack roll, you're probably going to hit. He's got an AC of 10.
11.
11 plus 5.
And he's dead. You just ram this spear through this other slave. As he dies, the wall of force surrounding Velix collapses. And you basically hear Callus just like, no!
Can I use my reaction to
Pop it.
Well, was the spell ready to go off? So this other slave was holding a spell for
Yeah, he was
Callus.
holding the wall of force. He was concentrating on that instead.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
So he basically, Callus does the thing where he can give his concentration spells to his thralls.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Okay, yep.
That's point. I was, hoping it was something
Yeah,
cool.
he wasn't
like
charging up a
fart.
Kamehameha. No.
It's really fucked up, but
Yeah.
that's also really cool.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I really
It's the
like
only.
that.
I was saying earlier, I could never put you guys against this in regular high rollers because none of your characters would be willing to kill these slaves.
Yeah.
So luckily in this campaign, blah blah blah. So carry on. Action.
It's crazy.
While I'm thinking about what to do about Zoan,
Yeah.
I'm going to. Can I sort of run to him, like between him and Callus?
You run in between them.
But attack Callus
Yep.
on the way with my second attack.
Yep.
17 plus 5.
17 plus 5. That is going to hit, but this time he's going to throw up another shield to protect himself. So no damage, I'm afraid. He basically, as you run, he's so badly injured, he's like, ah! And he throws up a shield. Wow.
You're wearing his spells down there.
That's his reaction done as well. He can't do another reaction this turn.
Can I?
Does that cost a spell slot?
Yes, first level slot.
Cool.
So he's got quite a few of those to spare.
Yeah.
At the end of your go, he is going to...
Tom's going.
Yeah, that's fine. At the end of your go, he's going to cast a spell which causes his skin to become extremely tough and hard, and he passes concentration to Zoen. So Zoen is now... he's like holding the spell for his master.
Can I ask, would I know that I could maybe take that spell from Zoan?
No.
No,
You can make an
basically.
Arcana check, but it's unlikely that you could. You wouldn't know. Malice.
I'm going to run back and put my blade against his daughter's throat
So you dash back, okay.
and tell him to drop the spell on the slave.
Okay. You tell him that. He looks, his daughter looks at you, and it's just, she looks terrified. She's like, Father, please, please.
I won't kill a slave, but I will kill her.
He looks up. He's just like,
You foolish girl. You should have been more careful.
and he doesn't drop the spell.
I'm gonna slit her throat then.
Drops down.
You shall pay for that.
And does that count as like an attack?
I'd say one of your attacks.
Can I run to the bathroom?
Then, oh
Go.
my goodness, you don't have that long.
I know.
Desperate.
Go then. What would you like to do? You can still move.
Attack. Here, it won't hit though because he's got a.
He currently has quite a high defense, yes. You could still hit him.
I'll
It's not
try.
impossible. Yep.
Tom's refilling his bladder again.
20. 20.
With a
hit.
fan blade, you've got plus
Yeah.
8, haven't you?
Yeah, 12 plus 8.
20. That does just hit.
It does? Can I
'Cause
make
he's lost,
it a
he's,
stunning
hang on, I've got to work it out. So he's lost 2 thralls, yeah? It misses.
Stunning strike?
Yep, he makes
I don't know what. It is a Constitution saving throw against a 14.
I really need to wait for Kim to come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I really need to wait for Kim to come back.
So,
He may have
sorry,
passed.
Velix is...
He might have passed or he might have failed.
But he's not going to take the burden.
He's certainly not going to take a burden. Oh, sorry, Kimberly. It's kind of like turnabout's fair play, though, I feel. Like, you know, she killed an innocent slave a long time ago. This is now coming all
Yeah,
back.
Mouse
Did you kill Zoe?
You need to come and sit down and put your microphone on, please.
I heard something.
So, microphone on, please.
What
So-
did you do?
Katie, Malice runs up and goes to strike Callus. She does. It passes through his shield. He's caught, and she strikes him at such a narrow point that you can see like his body start to seize up. He cries, "No!" and the chain passes through your body, and you feel all the life energy be drawn out of Zoen, turning him into a blackened husk to save the saving throw.
Wait.
There is nothing you could have done.
Can't healing hands him?
That's a
It's-
spell.
It's
Not an
it's
action.
like it's an action. You literally have no time. You feel as you turn around, you feel the energy because you're focused on attacking. You feel this energy. You turn around and his form is already half desiccated,
Okay, but
and
I'll
you just
still
watch his
run-
body.
Can I still run to him and just be like, no?
As you get to him, his body just
Just
crumbles
hold him.
apart into dust.
I'm just like on the ground. Why is it everything
Can I
I
spend
love
a key
turns
point?
to dust? Happened with
Yes.
you.
Well, actually,
Happened
well, I
with
still
like
have a
Kalar
flurry.
6.
I still have 2 unarmed
You have still
strikes.
you spent so you
if
can
I
do
spend
flurry of
another-
blows. Jesus,
Is that grief?
That was only a 16.
that's not enough, unfortunately. So you lash out with a
15,
punch.
16, 1, 2,
Sorry,
23.
The second one comes in. You spinning roundhouse kick him in the face.
Nice.
It's not much damage, but
It looks cool.
6.
6.
Do you stunning strike? I'm assuming you would.
Sure, if I can, yeah. I'll spend a key point.
I'm assuming that you do, because it would be crazy not to. This one's 6 points of damage, but you watch as his body seizes up and he is stunned.
Yes! I'm gonna murder this fool!
Ulrich carries on running. Stunned, I believe he basically doesn't get his go. He makes a saving throw? When does it end, your stunning strike?
End of her turn.
Stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yeah.
He's stunned. He is literally stunned. Lilith smiles a little bit, walks up to Callus, and...
Can I shout? No, I guess I can't.
She knows. She knows not to kill him.
No, command.
Okay. Oh.
But it's not fair.
Yeah. No, she walks up to Callus, and she basically, I think she automatically hits and crits him because he's stunned.
Yep, he can't save
Hitting a door, isn't it?
Yeah, so she just walks up and is just like, with a rapier. In fact, no, she's going to life drain him. She's going to kiss him.
Why not?
Jealous.
Are you, though?
No, fucked up.
I should have kept her page open because I thought I knew all of her stats, but I wasn't preparing for this. Drain kiss. Oh, it must be a willing creature, so it doesn't count. So she's just going to stab him up.
Let me at him, Mark. Let me at him.
And then she's going to do it again. That's a natural 20 regardless. Fucking hell. Good old Humesy.
You can't say that by yourself.
Good old me. You watch as she basically, she like punches, well, I mean, it is kind of a classic Humes to roll loads of 20s. She punctures him in several places with this thin rapier, pulls out, and you watch this blood just dripping, and he's like, the colour drains from his face. And she turns to Taryn and is just like, if you render him unconscious, he should serve his purpose. He's almost ready to die.
Thank you.
And then she gestures, she steps out of your way, lovingly touches your arm and gestures to the wizard.
It's like, you know,
It's
here's
your
your
go.
first course of the meal.
Is it?
It's Taryn's go next, yeah?
I haven't had it. I don't think Worthless or me.
You went to the bathroom.
Oh, you went to the bathroom. Sorry, it should have been your go first.
I'd like to roll to get out of this.
Yes, you need to do that because you can't move. So it's Constitution
Is it
saving throw.
concentration? Because his
Constitution saving throw.
but his okay.
Once this
so
has got an effect, this is.
okay.
I will check that. I could be wrong.
I don't.
I have been
I'm
wrong
not
in the
sure.
past.
I'm not sure what it was.
I need.
It was flesh to stone.
I have no
What
idea.
did you roll? Did you fail it by any chance?
9.
Probably
Let
failed.
me stab him. Let me stab him.
Taryn's gonna stab him and drain all his life for his own.
Creature
You're just going to knock him unconscious. I am going to murder him.
I won't let that happen.
Suck a dick.
Good old initiative order, that's what I'm saying.
No, I think it would. I think it would go away. I think it would go away
Yeah.
Oh, when he gets stunned.
cool.
when he gets killed. Yeah.
Ugh,
well,
right,
stunned.
stunned.
Yeah. Basically, he loses
And
concentration.
Velix is dead.
She's dead at your feet. Yeah. Ulrich is running towards the boat.
Now I know. And how far away is Ulrich?
He's like 50 feet away.
So I know.
Can I shout at Tallshank? Go!
Yeah.
Now I
Malice is
know
like, "Go."
Taryn's plans.
Do you know Taryn's plans?
In a sense,
You've got a Tom idea.
Well, he told us.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure, you know, Worthless is going to be trying to kill this guy.
Callus. Yeah.
I'd like to chase after Ulrich, please.
Yes. You move 25 feet around as well.
I move 50 if I dash.
You dash. You're right
That's a
behind him.
bonus.
He's like, "Yes, no, come to safety."
Am I right behind him?
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid. He is. Oh my god. I'm gonna kill you all. Bastards.
I'm so sorry, Ulrich. And I uncover my sword chain and through the back of the
Do I
head.
see him
Attack
do
roll.
that?
Yes, you have advantage. Yeah, you all see him. You have advantage because he's definitely surprised. That's cocked.
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 Land on 18.
Do you get higher than 13?
Well, I get a 24.
You hit as a sneak attack. Now, he does have some hit points. Ulrich's a pretty tough guy.
And he's got armour.
The armor's already been
trying to
bypassed.
understand.
Some armour.
What are you doing?
Got some armour,
What's the
Mark.
motive?
I don't know what the motive is.
You killed my
I know, I see where Tom's coming from. He thinks
Do you
he
think
knows.
he's going to use Ulrich?
Yes,
He's
that-
already told us that he's going to use the other two people.
I think that Tolshank doesn't think Taryn's being truthful.
But
But
thing
just
is, He said he was going to use Velix. Velix is dead. He said the next person he was going to use was Callus, who is now about to die by Worthless's hand, which means he's going to use Ulrich. So
Just
I want to
roll
kill
that
Ulrich.
damage, Tom Hazel. You've hit him.
Kill him.
You mean 5d6? Okay. 7, 12, 15, 18, plus 4, 22 damage.
You watch as he turns around and he's like, no! He like stumbles, like crawls along you, and then slumps down dead at your feet.
feel so bad, but...
You're an absolute prick.
You are dead.
Whilst Lilith, then at this point, as Lilith is pulling it and is like gesturing, you see Tolshank just into Ulrich.
As he's falling, I grab the notes as well.
You grab the notes,
and
that's it. It's your turn.
That's my turn.
I just look confused.
Okay. Yep.
I'm swearing my head off at you and swearing that I will kill you.
Taryn, it's your turn. And I think that basically it's either you or Worthless is going to finish all of this off. So.
Did Worthless have a turn before?
After
Taryn.
Oh, okay.
It's literally Taryn then Worthless. So it all ends here, everybody.
Worthless, who's in a murder rage.
What would you like to do?
Fuck. Shit. This is tough. I gotta think about.
Why don't you let Worthless have a go?
Can I, as my action, take the arcane focus from Callus on his person?
Yeah, you can find it. It's like a bracelet.
Right.
Yep.
Smash it. Throw it.
Yep.
I'm going to turn to Worthless. And cast Compel Jewel.
Oh my god.
Okay. Charisma saving throw, was it?
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
You cannot hit him, but you can hit me.
With pleasure.
It's versus a 13.
16.
Right?
Choke it down.
Movement or bonus
failed.
action? Yeah, that's failed.
I'm too busy being sad.
I'm going to stand in front of Callus and
Position
between-
yourself. Okay, yeah, you can position yourself between Worthless and him.
Let me have him.
Let me have him.
What will you do?
Kill him.
Will he suffer?
Yes.
Horribly?
Very much so.
Then do so!
I'm going to turn around and grab him by the throat.
Okay. Lilith comes up to you. Let's get out of here. And she plane shifts you through, all three of you. You vanish.
Okay.
The three of you are left. There is nothing left. Except Tolshank standing over
Can
a dead
I
Ulrich.
run to Ulrich and try and feed him a potion?
You know what? Yes, you can.
Because he's
It'd
not
be
dead.
your turn.
He's
Absolutely.
not out for long.
So, in fact, it would go. It'd be your turn next.
I haven't done anything.
Well, I guess that when you didn't do anything, you were kind of letting him. You weren't taking an action. Would you like to do something else? I figured that you would have attacked Callus. My apologies. You're gonna be sad. What are you
bonus
gonna do?
action cry.
Is there anything left? Is there anything left as though I'm like any
Dust.
cool
Black charcoal like dust.
any artifacts or
No,
or
he wasn't
love
here.
letter to me?
No, there was nothing. There was a tunic, but that's gone as well. It's disintegrated.
He wouldn't be allowed to carry anything on his person.
No.
So there's a slab.
Anything where Callus was?
But there is hope. Anything else? Do you want to do anything? No, Callus's body and all of his possessions are plane shifted
Okay.
while he's stunned.
I'm going to scoop
and
up
super
some of the
injured.
dust
Cry.
and put it into a little...
Little
no,
container.
I'm not crying. I'm
Okay.
beyond crying.
Okay,
I
yeah,
am
you pour it into like a little
rage
container.
yeah.
Yep,
I am
you
rage.
do that.
And then can I kind of see what these two are doing? And
So you watch as Malice runs over to Ulrich, pops a potion, pulls it down his neck.
Is this... Are we out of initiative?
I'm going to wait and see what you do. So Malice goes first, because I always went Malice then
Okay.
Tolshank. You're going to heal him. He's restored to 2, 4, 6 hit points.
Has he got his sword on him?
He didn't. You can.
I'm
going
going
to
to give him my other fan with the blades in it.
He like holds it.
Defend
loosely.
yourself.
He holds it up weakly.
No! Why did you kill me?
I'm going to run up to Tolshank.
Beat the shit out of him.
From what I've heard,
I'm holding the fan up to his neck.
and I accept it,
Okay.
I let it happen.
You're lucky I could save him. Because if I couldn't, then this would be slitting your throat right now.
What I've heard from Lilith and Taryn's conversations is a dark world that I do not want to let come to pass.
I don't care what comes to pass right now. We will live. All we need to do is take those notes back to Neverwinter and we will live. Taryn is gone. There's nothing we could have done. He's gone.
Who has the notes?
Me. Take these notes if you wish, but I'd rather die of the death curse than that.
As you guys are talking, you
Here
hear
we go.
whoosh, as Lilith and Taryn appear pretty much a few, 20 feet away.
He is dead.
He is dead. It is over.
I'll give you a nod.
What is happening here? Why is he alive?
Because he did not deserve to die.
I agree. Tolshank.
Taryn, whatever your plans with Lilith, I can't let happen.
Storm up.
Storm's up to you.
Next to Malice.
I'm gonna walk away with Ulrich.
Ulrich is like...
with the notes that
he-
he's handed
yeah.
me.
He
and with
casts
Ulrich.
an eye back to Taryn, back to Tolshank. I just go home. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and the two of you begin making your way to the ship.
I'll go with them because they've got the notes.
So they leave.
And while I
leave Taryn with Tolshank.
while I go, can I healing hands on Ulrich?
Yeah, you come up and you
8.
healing. Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
I'll give him another
he's doing
potion
great.
as
Look,
well.
he's fine. Max health.
I think at the fastest I've ever moved my hand, I'm going to grab him by the throat.
Before you do,
Okay.
I'm going to... I feel like I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to pull Soot out of my pocket and simply just drop him on the floor.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a shame your little creature doesn't have a soul. I'm going to pull him towards me and say, you don't want to see the world that comes of my little child? Then you don't have to be a part of it.
You were probably the strongest ally I had in this entire thing, and I trusted you. But this adventure you've been having, these schemes you've been having with Lilith, they're too much for me to bear.
My little gnome friend, that was your first mistake. Your second one, I'm afraid, you won't live to regret. Plane shift. And with that, we go in Dead Reckoning!
Jeez.
Mark, you are so happy. You are so happy. You got your little character death.
I could not be more happy with how this ended. So, that was...
left behind.
I'll take Suit with me.
Yeah, he'll come after Malice.
He'll come with me.
This little anti-hero campaign is now ended. Thank you very much for joining us. Poor Tolshank. I feel sorry because I feel that at the end of the day, Tolshank and Malice were the nicest of characters, and one got to get away and is going to have a
You got the
happy
happy ending.
I saved Ulrich. I don't give a
It's like, it's great.
about any of you.
I got the notes. Well, I can look at the notes. And
You are now an undead servant of Orcus,
Yeah.
bound to his will for all eternity,
Yeah, that's it.
and your daughter's a paladin.
well,
So that'll be fun.
look, I can work. I
Is there
can
a
work with
small
it.
epilogue you can give?
I mean, there is probably a small epilogue in that Malice returns to Waterdeep. Ulrich basically he stays with you. He basically gets his armor, he readies up, and he's like, I'm not going to let anybody ever come after you. Whatever enemies you have, Ulrich is like,
I got a friend.
he's like,
And you got Sit as well.
yeah, and
I got. I'm,
you've
ta-
got
I'm taking. I'm
Ulrich
gonna
and Soot
take
come
Suit.
with you. You very quickly leave Malice. You spend time in prayer. Valix and you basically go on to do.
I mentioned the name Asurarak that Callus shouted out.
Yeah, you tell all of that to Orcus. He is enraged, and he sends you to Chult, which is where your daughter Hope has also gone to put an end to the Soulmonger. You are told to retrieve it, and we'll leave that
Okay.
Chult.
You're dead.
Taryn and Lilith, I'm guessing you use Tolshank as the power and Callus as the receptacle. Callus is locked away in an Thank you, yes, I will be needing this. Callus is locked away in an extra-dimensional pocket plane,
Tom.
infused with the death curse, meaning that Taryn escapes its fate. Tolshank is murdered to power such a ritual, saving it. and then Taryn and Lilith go on to have a little family.
Cambion child.
Cambion child that will take several years to grow and maintain power, but when it does, it will be a truly terrifying enemy for the Sword Coast and for the Forgotten Realms.
Would you like to do the honours?
No, I'm going to keep this one.
Okay.
Because the soul, after it leaves Tolshank's body, goes into the Soulmonger.
Yes!
And who knows, maybe Tolshank, maybe it's not the end of him. If he's not eaten by...
I thought it was used to power...
your body,
Everything
the
that
blood,
dies.
like you are
Everyone.
killed to power this ritual, but your soul goes to the Soulmonger when you die.
Okay.
And maybe your soul is not eaten, and a very kindly Harper agent called Halloway might come around and resurrect you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Well, that was fun. I hope you guys
that was
enjoyed it
good.
back
Can I
home.
die in a different plane?
Huh?
But
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
took my
doesn't
soul in a
matter.
different Plane. Okay.
Doesn't matter. Not to the Soulmonger.
Oh
so,
my god.
that is the end of Dead Reckoning. Thank you very much for watching it. Don't forget there's awesome D&D content on twitch.tv/D&D all the time. You can watch loads more. We do a regular stream which is far less evil on twitch.tv/Just
Just as fun.
which is just as fun, but it's not as evil and weird. And you can check that out on Sundays at 5 p.m. GMT and 9 a.m. PST. Thanks very much for watching.
Well, before we finish,
Here we go.
I just want to say, Mark,
Yeah.
Good job,
that was
Mark.
amazing.
Good
That
job.
was brilliant.
It's always fun to do a little bit of an anti-hero campaign.
was great.
Let people blow up some steam, be evil.
That was good fun.
So
I love that, yeah.
I think that wrapped up really well.
Thank you to Wizards for allowing us to do
Thank
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And who knows, if you guys can send messages to Wizards, if you can watch this, leave comments, and say you'd like to see more high rollers on the channel, we can maybe make something new happen. So we can do something else.
It's all down to you guys, so thank
See
you.
the return of Worthless, Taryn, Malice, and...
Maybe not.
Maybe
Maybe not
not.
these characters.
If you want
adventures.
to keep up with what we're doing now that we're not streaming weekly, then follow us at High Rollers D&D on Twitter, and you'll see when our regular campaign goes live, which is sort of in the tail ends at the moment.
We're going to be starting something new in the new year.
But we are
Yes.
going to be starting a new one, so we've got lots of stuff going on over on our side, and there's
exciting.
plenty of VODs to catch up on as well. So.
Absolutely. So thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time if we do something else, and if not, keep playing D&D.
Yes.
Bye guys. Bye bye.